right? So today we're going to brighten things up a bit.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. We're always looking for ways to make our businesses shine a little brighter, especially in the Christmas light industry.
Right. It's so competitive.
It is. So we're diving into this article called Boost Your Christmas Light Business with a Virtual Assistant.
Okay.
See if a VA could be, our secret weapon for a successful holiday season.
That's a really interesting topic. I think a lot of people have heard of virtual assistants, but
Yeah.
they don't always know how to apply it to their business.
Yeah, and especially I think, when I think virtual assistant, I'm thinking answering emails, scheduling things. Like,
Right.
is that really where the magic is for a Christmas light business?
Well, I think the thing is we have to think bigger. What are those things that really bog you down during the holiday rush?
Yeah.
It's not just emails, right? It's those client calls. It's managing the installations, keeping track of all your inventory,
Oh, yeah.
and somehow finding time to market your services for next year.
Right.
So it's really like having an extra set of hands that you desperately need.
Okay, so this article breaks it down into 5 key areas where a VA can actually make a difference.
Yes, and I love that they're all very specific to the challenges that we face
Okay.
in this industry. So, for example, answering phones and handling customer inquiries. Imagine you're up on a ladder, untangling lights.
Oh, yeah. Been
And-
there.
And you're missing a lead, right?
Happens all the time.
So a VA can make sure every single call is answered promptly, professionally. They can even handle like the basic questions, pre-qualifying leads, and scheduling consultations.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can focus on what you do best, like those amazing light displays.
Yeah, that would be huge, like especially during those weeks where every minute counts.
Absolutely.
But what about keeping everything organized, I feel like, between the client details and the project specs and the inventory? It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, think of a VA as like your organizational superpower,
Okay.
a dedicated system for managing all those details, right?
They can keep track of client information, create detailed project folders, even manage your supply inventory,
Oh, that's a good one.
making sure you have the right bulbs, the wires, everything.
So you're not scrambling last minute.
Exactly.
This is where I think it gets really interesting, for me at least. The article talks about creating stunning mock-up photos using software,
Yes.
like Jolly Lights or holiday home concepts. So tell me more about that, because I'm picturing like cheesy clip art.
No. We're talking professional grade mock-ups here.
Okay.
So your clients can visualize exactly how their home or business will look decked out in lights.
Ooh.
So you can showcase different themes, highlight those energy efficient options, maybe even incorporate the client's unique architectural features into the design.
That's cool.
It's really powerful.
Like they get to see their holiday wonderland before you even
Exact.
string a single bulb.
I love that. And I bet that really helps close deals.
Yeah, but what about like reaching out to new clients and keeping in touch with existing ones? I feel like that's something that, we as business owners should be
I hear you.
handling personally.
Yeah, and I think while that personal touch is important, it's often the first thing to slip when we get busy with installations.
Right.
So think of a VA as your outreach specialist. They can handle those tasks in a way that feels personal and genuine.
Okay.
So think targeted email campaigns, follow-ups after consultations, even managing your social media
Okay.
presence to attract new clients and keep your business top of mind all year round.
Okay, so it's like having a whole marketing team
Right.
working behind the scenes, even if you were just like a one-person operation.
Exactly.
That is a game changer for sure, especially for someone like me who'd rather be, up on a ladder than
Yeah,
crafting the perfect Instagram post.
absolutely.
So we've talked about all these things a VA can do, but is there a risk in handing over so much control, especially when it comes to like customer interaction and stuff like that?
I think that's a really good question, and it highlights why finding the right VA is so important.
Yep.
It's not just about ticking things off a to-do list.
Right?
It's really about finding someone who gets your business, your values, the level of service that you want to provide.
Yeah.
Think about it like assembling a team,
Okay, I like that analogy.
even if it's a virtual one.
Yeah. So how do you go about finding that teammate, though, and how do you make sure they're not going to make you look bad?
Well, I think first off, communication is key.
Okay.
Before you even start looking for a VA, take some time to really think about your needs.
Okay.
What are those specific tasks you want to delegate?
Okay.
What are your non-negotiables when it comes to customer service? What kind of personality would mesh well with your clients and your brand?
So it's kind of like creating a job description,
Exactly.
even if you're not technically hiring an employee.
Yeah, and once you have that clear picture, you can start looking for a VA who fits that bill. There are so many online platforms that connect businesses with VAs, and a lot of them specialize in specific industries.
Oh,
You can browse profiles, read reviews, and even see examples of their work.
so these platforms are a good place to start then.
Definitely.
But how do you narrow it down? Because I imagine there's a ton of people on there.
There are.
How do you find like the one that's the right fit?
You've got to ask the right questions during that interview process.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to really dig deep and get a sense of their experience, their work ethic, and really their personality.
Okay.
Ask about their comfort level with specific software, their experience handling maybe customer issues, and their understanding of the Christmas light business.
So it's not just about finding someone who can answer phones and schedule appointments. You
Right.
need someone who can kind of think on their feet.
Yeah, you want someone who's proactive, not just reactive.
Right.
Someone who can anticipate your needs and represent your business in a way that makes you proud.
Yeah.
And remember, communication goes both ways. Make sure your VA feels comfortable asking questions, raising concerns, giving you updates on their progress. That open dialogue is essential.
Right. It's teamwork, even if you're not
Yes.
in the same room.
Exactly.
Okay. But hiring a VA, it's an investment.
It is.
How do you make sure that you are getting, your money's worth?
That's where clear expectations come in and efficient systems.
Okay.
Provide your VA with detailed instructions, clear deadlines, access to all the resources they need. Don't be afraid to use project management tools, shared calendars, regular video calls to keep everyone on the same page.
So it's like creating a virtual office
Exactly.
where everyone has what they need to succeed.
Exactly.
But also the human element's important too, right?
Yeah.
You're building a relationship with this person.
Absolutely. Remember, your VA is a valuable member of your team, even if they're working remotely. So treat them with respect, acknowledge their contributions, give them feedback.
Yeah.
That kind of positive reinforcement goes a long way.
Yeah. Are there any specific challenges that come with, working with a VA in this industry because it is so seasonal?
That's a great point. One challenge is finding a VA who understands that ebb and flow of the holiday season, right? They need to be able to handle that crazy workload during those peak periods, but also be adaptable during those slower months.
Yeah.
Adjust their hours take on different types of tasks to stay productive year-round.
Makes sense.
Another challenge is making sure they're up to date on industry trends and best practices because things change so quickly.
Oh, for sure. New technologies all the time.
Exactly. New technologies, design trends, safety regulations, it's constantly evolving.
So it's not just finding someone who can hang lights.
Right.
And answer the
Right.
phone.
You want someone who's passionate about the industry, who's eager to learn and grow and stay ahead of the curve.
Right, because that reflects on your business as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so we talked about the what and the why of hiring a VA.
Right.
Now let's talk about where do we even start looking for these magical VAs?
Yeah. It's easier than you think.
Okay.
There are online platforms that are specifically designed to connect businesses with virtual assistants.
Go.
Think of them as like these specialized marketplaces
Okay.
where you can browse profiles, you can filter by skills, you can even check out client reviews and portfolios.
So it's a good starting point.
Absolutely. It gives you a good feel for who's out there
Right.
and what they offer.
But I imagine it could be a little overwhelming
It can be.
because there's just so many options.
Mm-hmm.
How do you narrow it down? And how do you find someone who really gets like the Christmas light industry?
Right. Well, first, you've got to get really clear on what you need.
Okay.
Make a list of those specific tasks you want to delegate the skills that have an absolute must-have.
Okay.
So do you need someone who can handle like the technical software like Lightorama?
Right.
Can they write compelling marketing copy?
Yeah.
Are they comfortable managing social media for a very visual business?
Yeah. All important stuff.
Once you know what you're looking for, you can start filtering those profiles. Okay.
And reach out to potential candidates.
So it's like you're creating a blueprint
Yeah.
for your ideal VA.
Absolutely.
But even with a list of skills and, looking at their profiles, how do you know if someone's really going to be the right fit? I feel like personality and work ethic are hard to gauge.
Totally. And that's where that interview process comes in. It's a chance to not only assess their skills,
Right.
but their personality and their communication style.
Okay.
So do they ask thoughtful questions?
Yeah.
Do they seem genuinely interested in your business?
Okay.
Do they understand the importance of customer service and representing your brand well?
It's almost like when you test a string of lights before you hang them up.
I love that analogy.
You're like looking for those red flags.
Yes, you're looking for those little things
Yeah, exactly.
that might, cause issues later down the road.
Okay, so you're in the interview. What are some things you should be paying attention to?
Definitely pay attention to their responsiveness.
Their attention to detail, their ability to articulate their ideas clearly,
Right.
and don't be afraid to ask for references or examples of their work.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
You know, seeing how they've handled projects in the past can give you really valuable insights into their work ethic and their capabilities.
It's like doing your research before you make a big purchase.
Exactly.
So you found the perfect VA, they check all the boxes.
Yeah.
You're feeling good. What happens next?
That onboarding process is key.
Okay.
This is going to set the stage for a really successful working relationship.
Okay.
Think about it like training a new crew member. You know, you
Right.
wouldn't just hand them a ladder and a box of lights and say, go for it.
Yeah, good point.
You'd walk them through your processes, you
Yeah.
explain the safety protocols,
Right.
and make sure they understand your expectations.
So even though they're remote, you still want to give them the tools they need to succeed.
Absolutely. So start by providing them with a detailed overview of your business, your brand guidelines, your client communication protocols. Give them access to any software or platforms they'll be using,
Right.
and walk them through your preferred workflow.
Okay.
It's also really helpful to create like a shared resource library with templates, checklists, frequently asked questions.
Oh, that's smart.
The more prepared they are, the more smoothly things are going to run.
Right. So it's like giving them the map of your business.
I love that analogy.
So we know where to go and what to
That's
do.
Exactly.
But I imagine there's going to be a learning curve
Of course.
for anyone.
Right.
So how do you make sure that they are getting the support they need to continue growing?
I think regular check-ins and feedback sessions are really important.
Okay.
So schedule maybe weekly or bi-weekly calls to discuss ongoing projects, address any challenges, provide constructive feedback.
Yeah.
This is also a great time to share industry updates, new design trends, any changes to your business processes.
It's kind of like you said before, that ongoing communication
Exactly.
is really key.
It is.
But let's talk about the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the nuts and bolts of like hiring and managing a VA.
Right.
But what does it really mean to like embrace delegation in your business?
It means recognizing that you don't have to do it all alone.
Okay.
We as business owners, we get caught up in this mindset that we have to be the ones handling every single detail.
Right.
And that can really lead to burnout, and it can hinder your growth.
Yeah.
So delegating tasks to a VA isn't about giving up control.
Right.
It's about leveraging those skills and expertise to free up your time and energy so you can focus on the things that you're really good at.
So working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And when you embrace that shift in mindset,
Yeah.
you're going to find you have more time to focus on strategic planning, creative design,
Right.
building relationships with clients, all those things that really light you up.
Yeah. It's about finding that work-life balance as well.
Absolutely. And that positive energy is going to ripple out to your clients,
Yeah.
your team, everyone who interacts with your business.
That's a great point. So to wrap things up, if you are feeling overwhelmed,
Yes.
stretched thin, or just, needing a little bit of help, consider exploring the world of virtual assistants.
Definitely.
They might be that missing piece
I agree.
that you need to take your business to the next level.
Absolutely.